India's Supreme Court has reaffirmed the inclusion of the words socialist and secular in the preamble of the Constitution, a move that has reignited debate over their legitimacy and relevance. These words were added in 1976 during the emergency under the 42nd Amendment, a time many consider politically coercive. Critics have argued that the additions imposed a specific ideological framework on a constitution originally adopted without them in 1949. However, the court ruled that Parliament had the authority to make these amendments under Article 368, confirming that socialist and secular have now become integral to India's constitutional identity. Chief Justice Khanna clarified that socialism in the Indian context does not mean rigid state control, but rather a commitment to creating a welfare state that guarantees equal opportunity and dignity for all citizens. This interpretation aligns with India's economic model, which accommodates both public welfare and private enterprise. On the question of secularism, the court emphasized that India's version differs from the Western model. It does not demand a strict separation of religion and state, but instead upholds the equal treatment of all religions. Indian secularism is rooted in the constitutional promise of neutrality and inclusiveness, reinforced by landmark rulings such as the S.R. Bommai judgment. The inclusion of these terms has always drawn mixed views. B.R. Ambedkar himself warned against inserting ideological labels into the Constitution, fearing it might constrain future democratic choices. Yet, others see their inclusion as a reaffirmation of India's core values. With the court's decision, the words now stand not only as legal affirmations, but as reflections of the country's pluralistic character. The ruling signals that these principles are more than historical additions. They are foundational to India's democratic journey.